The first leg made one difference in our expectation as well, was to accept everything was happened. Always, if we were with real possibilities to play one match, getting being our expectation close to get good result for the second leg. Of course, 2-1, 3-1 is changing something. A lot, not.
Yes, and when in some Aston Villa manager Fanasam Unai Emery and some Nadia to an head of game and Anadri, whom any team Fanasa Paris Saint-Germain and Villa Park 1-7 anno, Yadim Nanusuma Tia for an pay and watching your opposite number. Louis Enrique Martinez Garcia Lucho, or no manager the Paris Saint-Germain team, the manager Nusian Fontuda, Sir Omoy ready, sir, and the Ombe Sofa Ewo Aston Villa Fons and Yentia Paris Saint-Germain manager, Yafan Luis Enrique.
Creo que una de las grandezas de este tipo de competiciones es que los partidos de primera ronda y de segunda son totalmente diferentes porque hay un resultado previo. A lo largo de los partidos los equipos van variando dónde nos presionan, si más atrás o se atreven a presionarnos alto, y esas son algunas de las preguntas que siempre nos hacemos los entrenadores, pero repito, nosotros nuestra intención es clara.
Yes, I know in some team Paris Saint-Germain manager na. Louis Enrique Martinez Garcia Lucho some of the tuja and ya doing some pinano and some Najama Jumedia Swadinano and some Najaba Morgan Rogers a player was Yakai Edman Aston Villa Bobo Corona or the same pedia tujaza share quarter finals now Modino. And yes, by fluke be and Omadrona, modern bomo this season, and I team up one more team of friends Aston Villa. Almost from the team do side level into or did a person and Omoy ready for Paris Saint-Germain, Yentie Morgan Rogers.
Accelerated where we wanted to get.
Can you?
Yes and no, obviously. It's been a surreal upcoming for the club, and we've kind of accelerated where we wanted to get to, probably quicker than anyone anticipated. But at the same time, we know we're good enough. We believe in our group, we believe in the manager and the coaching staff, and we're here for a reason. We deserve to be here. We've taken on any battle and opportunity that we've had in front of us this season, especially in this competition, and we've won the games that we needed to be where we are. So, yeah, you can maybe look and think, yeah, our name and club probably don't deserve to be here, but that's not how we look at it at all. We look at the players in the group we've got, and we think, yeah, we fully deserve to be here, and we're fully competing, and we want to keep going and keep pushing.
It's exciting.
Yes, and when in some Aston Villa player from the same Morgan Rogers, the two Jano Pay, you don't want some Bangosmani Dembele, or also a Casaka Krana, or Jitumpaza, Ronald Louis Enrique Diamond and Yaji Panamza, and pitch and also to me expression home, or to me down home the bony Yakache, a very this season form of woman near Japan, and any depanser, or to me Yakai expression who are patient, Yentia, Osmani Dembele.
No, lots of people have asked me this question. I think it's the position I'm playing. But I've got more lucidity in front of goal at the moment, and players who are giving me chances. So I'm very well served by my teammates, be that the defenders or the midfielders. No, lots of people have asked me this question. I think it's the position I'm playing. But I've got more lucidity in front of goal at the moment, and players who are giving me chances. So I'm very well served by
Yes, I know any summer Paris Saint-Germain player friend is Ousmane Dembele and some other two no per doing seminano and some more media sorry in any idea to only said for 2 games Tojuan Anana Diabra Yewamo UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg games and also Benahus and Seminano and you don't some idea to the material for media sorry nano and some Diabano it's a big game back over Toja and what Gesepe Mienza San Siro and a game international Inter Milan omwane ba Munchen anye game kutwakura na Sami Khedira na a former player the Madrid team no din komopi e dey for sa game na todwa ochinabra international omu any team ye for na sem na ba Munchen ebono na Sami Khedira siam fan todwa sam a game mu be dey o say Inter team no omu ye top team na fe Bayern for no so akwan Vincent Kompany for so e dey no man na gu akwan Marike nom ane chese place na kana jumo mu ye aye chese place bi enso na te se Leroy Sané nom Kingsley Coman nom chese Thomas Muller nom experience omo at this stage of the competition no ebama game no ma edie pana ojitu mpasa Inter team nom as omo ye strong kakra enso na the same by nam se first leg etodwa our Alliance Arena on se Inter enso na ko se 2-1 ojitu mpasa bra adese Inter team no enso na kuta home advantage achina omuso bo ediatia ba munchini nano waje tumpa some Inter team no aye favorite obetima qualify achina na say you can top 3 teams omo favorite obetima so ade Champions League this season was ade say Inter team no enso na kan wani ensema owe fesa Sami Khedira enso na dia kotuja hunse ensema nano ya dem nanso aba was Inter manager na fesa Simeone Inzaghi no emna so say Prince nom esem Musa Brebo manager na basunam say adwuma no wura na ebono fa ordinary player na wayen extraordinary player na oditum pass players wura no enso na timayam ho adwuma di mako nom ni nya no Lautaro Martinez wina no na omunye exceptional players bia na enso na wura na time ayadwuma awachese na uka Inter Milan team no no mu ba masa ubechine ojide pasa Inter team no agina pole positions o metima the Champions League na feri esema Sami Khedira enso na dia todwa na no pai ya de sansema mamo ewo dwumadi swani na no enso na dia etodwa mami fam to dwasa minim grace sa obama menua Madrid for no mu training na omu ya nam sa ani braba nya beta kura Madrid for no vadere baso na ani braba nya grokura omu wuram ewo Santiago Bernabeu training wi ni na no me de mo abama na mami fam to anim sa live on Sompa TV live on Sompa 93.1 FM on Facebook masa bibia chiresa clearly say ochina Madrid team no ombe shoot from afar and the na goalkeeper na ye phone David Raya no so pressure ni mini on time pio sa na se kusiem pieria manager no na de say owe for say Carlo Ancelotti who sa no na why surprise kakra na papa na nkasa nchakra o se ochina anasa omu game omu ane Arsenal ebono sa omu timi tane deficit no ama Madrid etimi qualify ko semisa ayadesa omu achedie omu package at the team no antesa nanya sam kutu akra de won sepina no enso na tudwa na omu sa president we no okasa o package mema on time to the minimum woman omu nimsa otaka sasam no onim sa ayana aya complete package anoma pina wasa package ni mo antesa nanya grokra and to place no obia point for action ochina Madrid team no wajida say akwambia so no wobeto so na things around ama Madrid team no enso na team qualify unse semina no yedem eno so ma yetie for enano pai ewo dwumadi so adi na no enso na yetie etodwa mami fam tudwa say okon Madrid onse Xabi Alonso a former player adema Madrid team me no ka say oya manager adema by Leverkusen team no na sa by Leverkusen team no yem fam tudwa say onse I likely say season and dia openya fan say Carlo Ancelotti Madrid team no ebetima jan kwai yem fam tudwa say yes Madrid team no homo constant target eye Xabi Alonso Orlando onom manager adema team fan say Leverkusen dia tia enso na say yes oye Madrid option number 1, option number 2, option number 3, and option number 4. Echese Alonso achino obiani ho omo jide person na kwambia suno omo fensem Alonso ebetima equally good replacement edema Carlo Ancelotti anom na die todwa anopede sansam no enso nyamamo ewo jumede no so Liverpool team no yemfon to the summer transfer no ni bia players outdo pinano ebetima ko ntodin kan aye Darwin Núñez diatia eno se ne possible destination ebetimi aye Atletico Madrid bobo kono yamfam tuja se abranti mfose Luis Diaz so diatia enso ne sabo ne se Liverpool team no omu bon na se wana dwensa on stay 60 million euros iska ometim so ngadi to bo no sana be ya summer transfer no libya ometim so ngaja bo no amabo no so akwani e die todwa yesi bo no nkoda abrami na no na ne dan so ne na ni so ade hunu ene me mpa bo no sam dachi bi no obetima kosi akai Edema Football Club Barcelona no enso me die todwa ona pede sansa no enso ngama mo jumede no so ya tisa owuram aitia dadetia ene se Karim Benzema aye omo captain mamin fon to dasa yesem oguso consider sa obetim so nane empayfo di nkomo mpono watima convince abante fon se Casemiro ama Casemiro abesia kai edema al etiad bokono awo ade se Saudi Arabia omo so league ne no pai yede sansam no enso nama mo jwede so ani na no enso na di etoda mamin fon to dasa ruwa owuram awa ade sempono Vitality Stadium ana dia tene se Bournemouth team no omoso natna ya owoche Fulham eso makaba kwa omo ntimanti Antoine Semenyo ana about the only goal enso nadema Bournemouth team na enya krokra na after the game ana Thierry Henry etwi ebe Antoine Semenyo ana obusansa what were you cooking adiana na wonwonam sanua u charge na wonwa jollof na anase fufuo and now ochesa all year hodjuma yentie question we are for say Thierry Henry Edema Antoine Semenyo after the game.
I have to cook. So yeah, I have to
so you were cooking.
Yeah, you know me, I have to cook. If I don't cook, I'm not working.
You were cooking some fufu jollof rice. Okay.
Come on now. Thank you.
Yes, Entiano, I am Sama course of brand 1 do no jide pass or form this season. I just am likely Kwasabia. Summer time for the NBA. That's a good offer. I review our team for the bomb over. O met him some not on Manako. Yet is a bomb of team now. Omu Enya Manenko on a cheaper price. Yet is a and base 65 million pounds. Oh, baby. That's a would concern Antoine Sabayano or some Netimakani. Yet is a Liverpool. And for us, no Tottenham was Minano, almost some Ghanaian international friend, sir Antoine Semenyo Mopa, who says Seminano, he didn't and also buy a tear for another pay. I was Jumedia Swanina near dear Tuja, Juan Laporta, I a Bonsa president. Papa sir, young fan Tuja, sir, and Anadri, I was signal I do that, sir Timothy Sir Bonsa, let him qualifier. Woman send a strong message. I just a strong message, you know, or punch Bonsa team no omum headed towards sa grand finale no sa Bonsa team no abakoko primo finals na omatimaje ami ensema Juan Laporta Bonsa president no ono so ngadi atuja de sansam no enso ngamamo awo dwumadi so adi na no enso na die todwa unsensem na no yedem na no so eba anya agrokra na Osmane Dembele ana Yakobus anasem Dembele na unya kwanya achasa santa na usi akadema basa no na ujina wona so achase na enye betakura na uwe sa Paris anime team ya usi akan adima compare to some Bonsa team na and obeka se when the best ever team what you so ngasi akan dia mama na ana se onim na mum di onim sa oni play bia ya fana na Messi yesi akan enso na de Bonsa na sala na Messi no were the greatest ever player of all time and yesema Osmane Dembele enso nadia kotudwa anopadi sansam no enso namamo ewo dwumadie so ni na no enso nadie todwa officially enfon todwa sem La Liga for the amayese Clasico no ebetodwa nyankopom na ya duma 11th May and na Clasico no ebetima todwa eye 4:15 and ebetima todwa monjuku a ya de sansam no enso namamo ewo dwumadie so ni na no enso nadie todwa Diego Costa eye goalkeeper Edman FC Porto team no yemfon todwa sa yesem akwambia so no opanyi for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United pay for ebetima din komo ha sam na bia Diego Costa no wo mo sebetima kasa goalkeeper no amana besia kan adama Manchester United buko na wo mo jide pass goalkeeper no wo experience no say mature say wo betima so mani goal post no adama Manchester United buko no enum na die todwa anopedi sansam no enso na ba yegusu Manchester United buko no yemfam todwa say omo former player yefun Jap Stam adin sempedia todwa wo say Prince was here for to say Premier League no follow pa na and then all big clubs be at some Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea na and some other smaller clubs and one modern born na so ni pana team ba kuma on peso bebo mu dia say omunya big club bio Manchester United was say the earlier and pay for to normal akoye no the better for Manchester United football no and some just time there to the was say United team na dey say omo history ni ade na mum say pa dey ye ka big team Manchester United team no anya big team say omo si akanya any difference between Manchester United and the opposing team no and yesema Jap Stam there to na wo santam Jabstam asini tro ejina chiro ha wo de boy be fa he Jabstam asam ne ka won sensem na no ye dim na no so ma ye tefo na no pai e wo djumadi so ade na no enso na die todwa last story na papa mu fo no mra Liverpool team no mu ane Ibrahim Konate Curtis Jones and after Conor Bradley didn't come off from contract extension yet some Liverpool team also almost prepare for life without a frontier you find some Trent Alexander-Arnold who no Jide passer Conor Bradley no ebetime replace no Samson na frontier na you find Ibrahim Konate no also no target at the Paris Saint-Germain and ya Samson ana Curtis Jones so no onsa Tottenham for appointment who be here say some 3 players the Liverpool team no ebetimo so na extend no contract sansen seminar no yedim na no so my tefo na na penempo no yagina so na mo no nsema bua no ina na de sia na papa mu fo na bana humum abehem kakrakra ade ama na mum join cam roofing company limited homu na ebua wo na odan watima kuru so kama pa IBR self lock MSL IoT standard sheet ne Eurotas na losing kini na no obetimo so na bia to ho ma bibia so na tima e fan de ama maka chose inframe fo ensuo to na wie bo chese hum na etukura na chese enchance na eboso na den anti chese unshakable Peter Mpia chese anya grokura 100 years kura no enchance no enya hwe enwi na chi a chese emfedi a chese wonya nya bi kuru dan so afebo na branches no doso Accra Kasua Kumasi Techima Sunyane Tamale Boga wa Kumasi ya Sokoban ampa me ni police station no ana dia ni 0540 125 816 0551 0050 fra na ya juse bia ai kama na dia matame ba me chale odwa so na makamfo dia ma sesa malaria na tete wa pa chiri kwan na o malaria no ebebu ban ama chese no ho atimato kama pa o ho na me nyina yo ya waposo yo ya wonu mato no ntemi ne dia ya na wa pa time ba me chale bi time ba me chale capsules na boa ama chese san do age chese o private pass wa boso ni na no asie etum na dia ma say immune system support ebuwa ama hotima de no watima ko atia nyarewa general well-being intestation ni padua no ama jese ni padua no anya hom kan pa 0244 41766 now fra na ya juice na bibia aya kama pam na dia ma nya grokra na mami mfonto onim sem betwe cash out of ano ana de bia yedi ho dance adema se we yakonya se no betting slip no hene de ekono won shada ni didie se bia ba ko na mienu bi sai na etima affect chese slip ni nyina mesawada odu ba bi na se betwe cash out of ano ba no withdraw kakra na wonya me se na be ya sika no enye extravagant na be na bibi kakra na dia bo ataso na bibia no aya fa dwumadie wonya 18 years and for when you name say ayem penifo grosha no zuma me pa betway get way more mutachire and egusu tinko na so live on Sompa TV, live on Sompa 3.1 FM on your radio, live on Sompa 3.1 FM on Facebook about 10:16. Yes, Sir Prince Atanase Philip Kwabena in Kunsa Atanase Sir Prince Akwaba.
Yeah, single.
Nobody who are there.
Trading for Yankopa.
Yeah, Philip, who are there?
As a spirit in a different one.
We keep growing every day.
Oh yeah, why not?
It is important.
We are like balls.
Yeah.
Say a total court in us a 1 year.
Yeah. So
yeah.
You know the deal, so.
And then some more there. And then some more.
Oh, okay.
And then UEFA Champions League.
Oh, yeah.
And as we all know, the UEFA Champions League ni be drew say Sebio say, oh yeah, or for that's all your bar. Yes, rare mukunu muntu mbwase mo.
Oh, sir.
Say na yumri. Amanfo akoma behuri akosoro. What did they mention? UEFA Champions, especially Ochina.
Yeah.
Madrid ni Arsenal game no. It's really a footwear de mama.
Me free 7 day ko ukuni Madrid and how who must be questions be. Especially in the first 15 minutes they go my.
Misrao. And wo musana hwe.
Yeah.
Mani nwie bibia na wo so okay. Afi the why settled. Yes I ko busa na hwe ubusa na bia na wo forbidden club bo Vinicius Junior na.
Yeah.
Na do fi no ho kra say e din a ubusa do. Nti it's yet another Champions League night. And e mu ede unse e be sha ase e dey free ne ni akwaku yo.
Me man 17 minutes na de me wura mpa.
Okay, very good.
The 170 good.
Aston Villa and the Paris Saint-Germain game ne beba so. And then Borussia Dortmund and the FC Barcelona so game ne beba so. Mama sha say with Aston Villa and then Paris Saint-Germain. Mama papa a friend Unai Emery. Who say Unai Emery is the manager for Aston Villa Football Club. Now open ade wo nyina nie. This particular man on your screen, one particular man, and when you talk of coaches, mama make your name in European nights, sir. This man is a part of them. Because we saw him at Spain, time on the Sevilla, time on the Villarreal, Juma. Even time of Paris Saint-Germain, we saw him on the night of the UEFA Champions League. Though at Paris Saint-Germain, went me and for more and a lot of laurels. But you who the money man or the PSG boy, and Timonfa the trophies, and I say the glories no, Monfa to my new Komobi. So here, time or Spain no, Papa friend Unai Emery, or making sure so this Sevilla. I bet you that kind of repeat there in the UEFA Champions League. Zinedine Zidane, I am in recent time for Real Madrid Football Club no. Or making sure say in the Europa League or this Sevilla ebeye, and that was when or for more Edo Moye 2013-2014. That was the first one. Continuously the next season 2014-15 or the Omoye 2015-16 was had the Omoje. So in 3 years span no are making sure say or this Sevilla to me I had the major air team in terms of the European competition. And I said the Europa League competition, no. It is all share the Monday mono in the European nights or a big name there. Because even in 2020, he did the same with Villarreal. And if you are talking of a manner in European air nights, no, ubet me are talking about Papa friend Unai Emery. He has been doing it. But the only problem with Unai Emery, no, the man he is coming up against, which is Papa friend Luis Enrique. Because talking about Unai Emery, Luis Enrique, talking about Unai Emery, Unai Emery in some the kind of air laurels awaje in the UEFA European air competitions, no, with the Europa League. Oh, kasa about Papa friend Luis Enrique on the other side and so you talk of a man who has achieved at the highest level because in European competitions, Europa League no honor, but then the utmost air top one, no, the UEFA Champions League competition. And Papa friend Luis Enrique, he did that treble with Bobo from FC Barcelona. And in that time, no, Omekis also better La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and also the UEFA Champions League, becoming the most dominant team and the most dominant coach at that time. into also at the topmost level no what me ya adwuma de akwa koduro. And let's not forget enye honko was a national team coach paying. And talking about proper experience as a coach, this man has it all. Oh ni nyina bi. And even quite so do mumienu say that comparison now. You talk of say papa friend Louis Una Emery wako ebobo kwa from Paris Saint-Germain hopping. Oko in the kosi saying. And this man, Luis Enrique, he is there right now. On also what na kwa kosi saying. And clearly you feel say the time mana Una Emery wo honom no, there were topmost players. Omo na omudi ni was saying nefui. What did they mention? I say the time ana Marco Verratti mo honom no, the time ana top players name am wo honom no, that was the time you get Una Emery. But you must say time papa friend Luis Enrique owi. Ubenya player bi oti say Mapi e wo team nim. Ubenya player bi oti say bi a name am Marco Verratti mu ana. No, you wouldn't get that. Thiago Silva Marquinhos pairing no, ubenya bi ana da bi unya bi. Even at that time there was a certain Keylor Navas now what they Madrid. I had that kind of wonders in the UEFA Champions League. And he talking about the experience, no honum at the Paris Saint-Germain, but were they able to do it? And right now, so Luis Enrique or the Paris Saint-Germain, if not for the exploits of Hans Dieter Flick at FC Barcelona, everyone is thinking, said the team will bet me go all the way to win the UEFA Champions League. No, Paris Saint-Germain never the second team. You get a point I'm making here because Barcelona under Hansi Flick, no, almost defy all odds. I don't know man fulfill so on but then the second team will be a better no. It's not even Arsenal. Arsenal or the Madrid Echiaka form in the first leg. No, it's not even them. And a man for whom so bet me there's a certain Paris Saint-Germain side. And then on the air Bobo from Aston Villa game. No, the coaching on the coaches on the two teams. Now I say on the touchline for the two teams. No, clearly you feel say all of them are serial winners when it comes to European air competitions or Majimi. But the difference is huge because for someone to win the UEFA Champions League, no, it's far different from someone to win the Europa League. Because even as at now, I can say Europa League no more boy a for. Any Manchester United and Tottenham, no disrespect to them. Athletic Club right now. But if you talk about the UEFA Champions League, a certain Real Madrid will be himself when you mention Champions League, it is their birthright. Omachi da form, Arsenal, Eddie Omachi Chichi form. You talk of a certain FC Barcelona. Look at the kind of form I'm picking this season. These are the teams Omobo in the UEFA Champions League. Look at Inter Milan, what they are doing in the UEFA Champions League. Even Bayern Munich are struggling. So when you talk of the UEFA Champions League, the level and the pedigree, it far outweighs the Europa League. So for me, I think this man in the first leg, how will see Timmy winning? I'm talking about Luis Enrique. Timmy winning the first leg, even in that draw, everyone had that belief. So no matter what happens, Paris Saint-Germain with this form they are having, they will outplay Bobo from Aston Villa. The only thing, Emery, not 100%. About one kakra is the first 11 or first leg on the chassis here. He really needs to change it. I'm over first 11 no enter Suman. He really needs to change it. And someone they told Swamaya. Clearly, you feel say in the first leg, very good. Now I'm talking about Aston Villa. Then we are Paris Saint-Germain. Give me the Aston Villa first 11. No. In the first leg, that's 8 on the screens. No. So when they the possible 11 on the Beshas here, but looking at this 11, then the first leg there, you will see some changes in there, and changes no was said about Brante friend Jacob Ramsey on where Marcus Rashford header, which is on the left side of the attack, about Jacob Ramsey, and we'll making sure so about Brante here, your friend Marcus Rashford as the number 9, and not dropping only Watkins. That disturbed me team a lot. Because in the UEFA Champions League night, said the Meshasiana Mekano, you need those people or my experience be paying to be able to deliver on the night. And Aston Villa is having Marco Asensio, a player who has seen it all at Madrid. Though say he wasn't a starter always, but he was able to play in some games. Clearly, you feel say on this night, the experience be paying. It's not going to be the first time for him. You get the point I'm making here. Ubenyo obi to say Marcus Rashford or also at Manchester United, even against Paris Saint-Germain on the UEFA Champions League night, or making sure so go to part the plan, across to lead the show. And then Manchester United, if say Ebekaya. So clearly, if you're having such players, you need not to bend them. And in the first leg, one more. I know her team no, and I'm feeling say in this second leg, starting lineup no they ban as how I drink akra because in this starting lineup no, you feel say Marco Asensio is on the bench. Marco Asensio is still going to be on the bench, and in such night, you need such a creative player who has seen it at the topmost level. And Mimi Philly say, there's nothing to lose for Aston Villa. Una Emery, all going into this game, he knows he's coming down from the back foot. And today, don't play Kamara and Yuri Telemans. Obo Mumienua, and they said the Obo Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. These are all players who are more born, but born down money and very good. You tell elements, Ebema, that kind of worker, Luka Modric, Ebema, transitional play, or the Bema, na Kamara, na dictate the pace of the game in the midfield like Toni Kroos, the Bema. But you must say, when opponent, Ejebo, no, motive fastwa, when Ebe put the brakes on them. Because we know Bobo Kwe from Paris Saint-Germain. They have Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, they have Ousmane Dembele, Kivicha, and Desiree Doué. They have all these players. And why not omo the ball on the ball, bet me put a break on them. That is why I feel as well drop it Omumu Bako. Amando Nana is on the bench. And even so on but Amando Nana Krana. John McGinn now they never as the number 10 no. On pushing in Kwachi, Norma Kamara, Abubakar Kamara and Kotananche. Not John McGinn for that kind of energy and that kind of air grittiness ne wonimuno. On fan supporting real elements, Norma Marco Asensio as the number 10. Because if you're having Marco Asensio as your number 10, you don't need any other creative player in the team again.
Okay. So
this is how I feel. Say, oh yeah, Ebeboa. But with all these things said, I don't think it will still be enough for Buboko from Aston Villa to overturn the scoreline today. Or bet try the possible best, but I don't see how it be enough for Aston Villa to overturn. Because Anke 2-1 and I say 1-1 no quite there at least. You say we be obey to me the extra time. But for it to be 3-1, come on, 90 plus 2 and then Nuno Mendes finish it there for Paris Saint-Germain. And I feel it's going to be very difficult, though Aston Villa will be playing at home. But the squad Ekuta Paris Saint-Germain or Modibo game, let's not forget Marquinhos is back. He will be playing together with William Pacho. And this bond, no matter who wants him, one of the developing bonds, and as a center back pairing, very stable. But because Paris Saint-Germain no more
Marcus Rashford experience or Marco Asensio no
it
combine
but I don't think it will be enough.
Oh, okay.
Because Luis Enrique and then the boys know so they've at least had this experience before. And over the form some of the players in there, they are in the form of their lives. You talk of Vitinha, you talk of Ousmane Dembele, you talk of Obiti say Desiree Doué, Bradley Bakula. These are boys are there, even William Pacho. Nuno Mendes right now. I don't think Nuno Mendes the best left back in the world right now. We'll be watching here. Nuno Mendes, the performance he's giving in the world right now, even not Tio Hernandez Monebeba, Alejandro Balde for Barcelona, Nuno Mendes is the best left back right now in the world. So clearly you feel surprised that they are very much on form and a bad day for Aston Villa.
Indeed is the best left back in the world.
With the performance he's giving right now, talking about defensive stability, we saw him against Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah Mohamed Salah, someone that we thought said this season and the final season will make me the Ballon d'Or. But the time came, when the time came, some Mohamed Salah and Shebi being Shebi Asono, it was a certain Nuno Mendes and what chain it is chain bottom. And the one you want Manamo in the first and said, Wamana Moboni cry until so mu you free. And whenever he's attacking, you clearly feel that kind of presence or the man anymore. So for me, I think Paris Saint-Germain players they are in the form of their lives and they have a coach who has experienced this kind of scenarios before. He has been there before. Now Dortmund and Barcelona, we are think a mismatch. I don't know why. How I said will be Roma quite tactical and no, Dortmund has no way.
Oh, Nico Kovac.
Come on,
unbelievable happens every day.
Look, the first 11 Dortmund at the board the UEFA Champions League final the last time,
This miracle happens all the time.
I understand. Miracles do happen.
And me who be now signal iduna. So Dortmund is na basa how my idin.
The Barcelona team. Nah.
They see about
for the biggest surprise of football
for a manager to say that miracles happen all the time.
Oh nah.
That's one who be.
I understand. But manager now can ask him what is his pedigree as a manager? This air nice who be pay. Has he come to this nice before and has he been able to achieve such air things before now? Though I understand a bit missy. a bit missing. But I don't think this is going to be the night as I didn't miss. This can no, it won't happen. Where this lineup now, that was the lineup of the ball in the UEFA Champions League final against Real Madrid. It was Abrante friend Gregor Kobel at the back, Matumas and then Nicolas Schroeder back, and a boy Chilo Honum. You get Ian Nassen and then Ryerson. And then FIFA Nubenya Emre Can, Marcel Sabitzer. Up front, Jadon Sancho, Julian Brandt, and then Karim Adeyemi, headed by Abrante friend Nicholas Fulkrug. This was teamer, frankly speaking, in the league, no one performed very well. But whenever they came up in the UEFA Champions League, you clearly feel say this is a team that played with some proper chemistry. That was coached by Edin Terzic. Let's not forget, they came up against Atletico Madrid and they eliminated them. That alone should tell you something. They eliminated Atletico Madrid. That alone should tell you something. And they were having that kind of proper chemistry. So what would be to say Emre Can, Eddie Marcel Sabitzer, the kind of energy, any mentality of Kuta Zabizan was different. But this time around, they are missing him at the back. Obiti Samat Hummels, the most experienced centre back, and they are missing him. Or they compare and the likelihood of the first 11 then that's no. And why not at your bet or they never compare Matt Hummels? Is it going to be Anton Vardema, Nicolas Zule, and Nasser Remy Bensabani? No, you won't get one. And then he will try, Papa Fenuko Govat will try to go eat all out because he has nothing to lose. He has sent a phone that. And to obey tries to attack, and then wants to about a three back. And about three back, no be making sure say Stevenson and Abrante and Ryerson and be attacking more. But if you do that against Barcelona, that is going to be your downfall. Because we've seen teams come up against Barcelona, trying to attack them. We saw it with Bayern Munich. We saw it with Real Madrid. But the moment Barcelona has become resistant to such things now. Because Paul Kubasi and Inigo Martinez, their sense of awareness and the positional ability very, very high. You get someone like Julius Koundé. Look at attackers who are coming up against. But yet Julius Koundé is one of the best right backs in the world right now. Not with deliveries crosses near the derby. But he has always been available and it has been difficult for opponents. Some may Julius Koundé Huejuma see a ball game or play away there or Julius Koundé Huejuma. This particular season ending. So for me, if Niko Kovac or I just say go all out and that's the only option. Because Yasha for Esa call out now Timi Kotoka. But the moment he tries to do that, that is where Obelivu loopholes our nature. Because Remy Benzibani and Nicolas Sule and then Anton Vardema, these are not players that are pacey enough. The moment the ball falls at the back, Obitisa Rafinha will be running up onto it. Obitisa Lami Yama also be running into it. And we know how our positional essence near very active. And how our ability to hold them to play. And so and someone like Gavi, I think says and Gavi no but say Femi Lopez. Almost also those kind of hard spaces, no, we know how they utilize it. Daniel Mo is not there, but Gavi and Femi Lopez to Bibobia, even Ferran Torres Crano, we know how the positional sense Juma. So for me, I don't also see any way for Bobuko from
Daniel Mar recover.
Okay. It is going to be Femi Lopez or Gavi, but Omumu Biano or Bibu Biano, it is still going in favor of FC Barcelona. Okay. Martin and the best I say at the left back, Alejandro Bardeniho. Be able to say Bardi any one no. This man, Niko Kovac, on pair Karim Adeyemi ball. So what's the deal? And it's likely said no mono or Bebo Mazimilian Beya. Any SA Gurasi. It is Enke Adeyemi never bar. And then KB Abeka say Adeyemi ni Jam Martin pack and I say Omo. Competition, no, a bad day, the Gerald Martin, because Gerald Martin, he's not one of the left backs at Barcelona for here. On Shadanya, they be team Nico Yenti, or be Shema Fano. And think 1-on-1 with Karim Adeyemi, bad day, the Amano. But I don't see Papa Nuko Kovac or Bebono. And with all these things said, I don't see a way out for Bubuko from Dortmund. Me women kakra can be
oh, I mean, do
very good. Oh, yeah, story be managing hope. Papa Simone Inzaghi. Sami Khedira ka asem fa no. And I think say it is about time truthfully we've been talking about Inter Milan team how consistent they've stayed over the years. But we don't talk about the manager who is doing that kind of thing. And then you bought midfielders there. Oh, midfielder back yeah there. The moment you mention that Nicolo Barella didn't be able to the moment you mention an attacker, Lautaro Martinez didn't be able to even as at now, Marcus Thuram, look at the kind of exploits. Open the best left backs in the world. We are there. Federico Di Marco Di Beba. Even right now, Renato Augusto, look at the performance of them. You get the point I'm making here. There was a certain Matthew Damiano by Manchester United who was an outcast. No, Nyaboni Bimbo. Benjamin Pavard was left out of the Bayern Munich team or called Inter Milan. Look at someone like Francesco Acerbi, baby, free Beshe Inter Milan team. Nimu. Alejandro Bastoni, a young chap, almost graduated in a buyer. And look at Obiti say Henrik Mkhitaryan when you know over 36 years.
Yeah.
Obiti say Hakan Çalhanoğlu over 30 years.
Jan Sommer
over 30 years. Look at the kind of gamer Papa Efreno Simone Inzaghi or Mobo. And it's about time I see a kind of once a million. I feel some big clubs, no, if really they want to go in for someone, even Real Madrid, once now make it so can say Madrid for Philly say only option Abranti FN Xabi Alonso. Madrid can look at Papa FN Simone Inzaghi, and with what he has been doing, I feel say Xabi Alonso option no. And for me, once American can once me bring me person I feel say name be all you know. He's not that developed yet for the Madrid team. And if this is going to be the case, why don't Madrid look at Obiti Simone Inzaghi? And even with Inzaghi, when he is leaving Inter Milan, I feel that some players will feel like they are indebted to him so much on making the Chinanaba.
Okay.
And Obiti Leandro Bastoni.
That brings me
look at Bastoni now
that's
Madrid. So for me, I think that these are some of the issues that I see in Yamra. You can't watch him. Simone Inzaghi is doing extremely well in the team. No?
And yes, President of Philip Akwaba.
Bema.
Nobody boko.
Yamiadum.
Yes, BBI fine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happened on the seven.
Me started with Dortmund in Barcelona game, you know. Now Dortmund in Barcelona, once upon a time at Bayern Munich, you know, Hansi Flick, any manager, my friend Niko Kovac, no, one was the head coach and Baku was the assistant. Hansi was the assistant to that is Niko Kovac. Now during their 10 years, not so much time together at Bayern, no, this was what happened. Hansi Flick was my idea. I went with his idea to my brother Roberts and to Uli Hoeneß. Uli had the same thoughts. We quickly reached an agreement. That is the thought from Niko Kovac. Now, Niko, when Oshia Hansi Flick in the first leg at that is the Louis Companys in Spain, no, he made it clear, say, Wakatima only develop a power at Barcelona. And Barcelona under Hansi Flick, no, it developed so well. And for now, no, you can say, sir, from Ronald Koeman time to Hansi Flick in the era, no, you could see massive improvements. You could see the identity of play. They say Barcelona born or move. They say in terms of free flow, champagne, and flamboyancy, no, you could see from Hansi Flick and it's in Barcelona. Now, one interesting thing about Barcelona, and I say, the weakness of the team and Dortmund Bono, one player friend Gerard Martin. Me who quality behind that boy. Me who the strength and me who the weakness. In Kwafobu we are so much you can see say akwa we only quality. Gerard Martin is the weakness of Barcelona currently.
Obono board is who is
the Bono? On Barcelona carved material. Na style na Barcelona-esque. On your Barcelona ni, that is what I mean. This boy Gerard Martin, me who the strength. There are a lot of weakness in the play.
How often now?
What's that?
How often now?
Oh, my hero constantly. Oh, the same time about Barcelona be American.
Still impressive.
No, he has never impressed me.
So the manager who know more they be a manager chance.
Yes, only option. Alejandro Balde-Pra.
Yeah.
So Balde-Pra, the likely option, the only option is this guy, Gerard Martin.
Which one is on Yadi?
But that is no me caso on Yadi so on Yadi. Obey Yadi would team bimu depending on the philosophy and the system. But Barcelona philosophy that is attacking ideologies, no, it doesn't fit. I hope that I make about it. Say sometimes in this life, you know, when you be classroom be. Nimpa be beat you bia but be school bia require 10 to crown me. That is what I mean. Gerard Martin no is not carved from Barcelona, but then no we're in the club in the level now. There are guys they came in the picture at Barcelona now. Omuye prodigy, I must say. So much try early signs, some very good players. One year Munir El Haddadi or started at Barcelona. We saw the signs of a very good player. At a point, you know, when the going got tough, you know, we saw Barcelona card material. Munir says, "Oh, boy, like Munir El Haddadi, clearly you will say on your Barcelona card material. Someone like Marc Bartra, currently of Real Betis. Marc Bartra started very well at Barcelona, but at a point in time when the going got tough, we saw say on your Barcelona card material. And sometimes they depend.
Marc Bartra time will pay beto Puyo ne pick is that time no.
Sometimes you can be a very good and steady.
Okay.
Yes, and depending on someone say when a Marc Bartra PA, what was the longevity of Puyo Piqué? Any Mascherano that time. Mascherano was forced, was converted to be a centre back because that time Barcelona had no options. Players no more Barcelona no more nyadi sir. Jeremy, so guy Jeremy Mathieu. Jeremy Mathieu put the no was Players were coming to Barcelona. No, you could clearly see say no more Barcelona card materials. And so sometimes the time and the time frame.
Okay.
And time frame the Gerard Martin and your Barcelona card material. Me also know the weakness link, the weaker link in the Barcelona current team, no, because the backup for Alejandro Balde, no, I think Barcelona would have to revise their lessons, and manager Hans Flick would have to look at it again. Now, give Noni a Dortmund bono. Prince rightly said Karim Adeyemi would have been the biggest asset for Borussia Dortmund, but the worrying signs are that Papa na friend Niko Kovac, no, believing the young ball through the wide areas, baby. Or believe in young Konkwa, you know, born up here, so they ain't or believe in those kind of players, no. And me, the minimum say, boy, and a friend Bayer, no. So, Bayer very good player. What a science say he could be very good with time. Undo why he will be very good with time. And German strikers are here, mono. And you've been a Bayer more. Bayer more, no, the class of German players are here. Into the Bayer no will be good with time. But then it looks like more or less, no. Bayer one of the trusted players of Papa friend that is Niko Kovac. Niko say he can rebuild Borussia Dortmund. Obama Dortmund are recapture almost lost glory. And again, Dortmund but say Dortmund and you nim nenra any enrichi under Jurgen Klopp, no. But that's to so much me only time will tell. My bigger worry is that currently we're Dortmund entire team now. One of the biggest weakness in Dortmund, Omunya Nicolas Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck, I am told, sir, out of this game. Omunya Valdemar Anton from Stuttgart. But Valdemar Anton no kofana bayano. I think say Valdemar Anton boy at Stuttgart. Onya that is chance to play for Dortmund no. On recapture the best form because manager not recommended Valdemar Anton to Dortmund no is no more. Sometimes in this life when you are making a move to a place, Sanimpa no be recommended to management and I say to where you are going Sanimpa if you are two things. Either say we be kwa po wenim and I say that place you would think of living. Two things. It's either so be kwa po wenim and I be press be few. Players be brave adia home a contradiction of philosophy. And some contradiction of philosophies affected a lot of players on my career. And one of those players is Valdemar Anton. Anton was a very good player at Stuttgart. But then about Dortmund, we are not seeing the best of Valdemar Anton. And minimum they feel that the tie is over. One of the players I heard the pie in this game, La Masia graduates, Fermin Lopez. When Jensen Renibio. When in English if one in TS Assembly. There was one player now he was on the like Nestalini not as a Fermin Lopez. But they say all of a sudden boy not DP. That guy is Messi Mount. Messi Mount started very well at Chelsea. And when Messi Mount under Frank Lampard and under Thomas Tuchel, he was doing very well, especially under Thomas Tuchel. But moment that Thomas Tuchel we didn't see the best out of that is boy Messi Mount. He said Messi Mount come Manchester United. Where am I United fan the crown over Messi Mount? I know William show. Last game against Newcastle, moment he change Garnacho, Eddie Messi Mount by a pet, na man was a grown. And then there is no confidence in Messi Mount again. But this boy Fermin Lopez, gradually, warrior, say, if he class 1, no, class 2. He is constantly climbing the ladder. After winning the Olympic gold with La Furia Roja Spain, they say he has never looked back. He said that direct replacement for Dani Olmo in the team. He can also play on the wide area. Salamiya man niwa, Fermin Lopez bitch miabo. Sahafinya anywhere, he can play in that Hafinya role. Sometimes we watch miabo as a force number 9. This is the player we are talking about. And one interesting thing about Fermin Lopez, a friend field vision. Ultimate nature when in that obe shooty and every shot he has is on target. That is how dangerous this boy is, Fermin Lopez. Now Aston Villa, any Paris Saint-Germain game no maka this boy who some bebree and me say he will reign world football sasem we maka ofia constantly and this boy will reign world football the boy desire the boy from Ivory Coast last time maka na some if you so of Ivory Coast and Mesra say yen say to go now or share against Aston Villa in the first leg at the Parc des Princes. At the Parc des Princes in Paris, the first goal he scored, he got the equalizer after Morgan Rogers. And your first goal met Team Aston Villa. And say, Sancho goal we say, 7 periods, look at the age. Now the idea of the ball, no. Show how he played the ball. Ojina ni weaker foot or so. No, the stronger feet, no. And the shooting ball. Goalkeeper Martinez had no idea. And how a ball enter net, no cry. Goalkeeper no, or shaking the head. Or say, hey, how did this ball enter the back of the twine? No, see, I see it. And this boy, he's brainy. Or say the role model, Messi and Neymar. And what the attribute of Messi and Neymar. When he's so calling him answer or say forward, or you'll be a crabon on throw, or the ball back direct at you. Now, stand I say Sadio Mane. On your ball now, you hardly see say desire DA or the head ball beside it. And one interesting thing about Paris Saint-Germain current team, they say, in terms of squad quality and depth, Omobipa. First leg on a Paris on a Aston Villa boy, even at the bench, no Bradley Bacola or Lucas Hernandez or Presnel Kimpembe. So Kai Kimpembe. Yeah. Kimpembe is back to the lineup. And no say what Emery's Warren Zaire Emery. No say what Lee Kanji. Lee Kanji is an average player, but all of a sudden, superstardom airborne Abrante Lee Kanji because of the manager Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is getting the best out of Lee Kanji. Because he saw him in the Spanish La Liga for a miniature club. One man is a tough mentality. Boy, is gradually getting there. In terms of squad quality and depth, Aston Villa will never compete Paris Saint-Germain. And Makasa same way. I'm not for tactical na to sumami. Na mention bibim. There is one guy in Paris Saint-Germain team and that guy American asami a boy na your friend Ruben Neves Ruben Neves onya ball na he is on the same axis as Lucas Digne and our Brent friend Yuri Tielemans. One of the weakness of Aston Villa and say Yuri Tielemans no only ball no as a player. So crabon na no Yuri Tielemans no fast war game no. But when Yuri Tielemans is without the ball, the off the ball movement is very poor. That is one weakness of Yuri Tielemans. In the first leg, Obo Yuri Tielemans no say what Brent Camara. Your defensive duties, into constantly, anytime when a friend desire DA, Obenya Boni Biano, what happens is that desire DA our options in our front, our Usman Dembele and Vicha Varaskilia, our front. Now, that is one pattern of play. The second pattern of play, and it says, Ruben, a buena friend, desire DA, and your bona, our options at the back, our Vitinha and a branch of Fabian Rui. And moment of a possible to Vitinha and Fabian Ruino. A Bie Aston Villa or Monfin Finum. Camara and Tielemans, Hudiombe. As to say, young Quay Nim, and answer young Quay Chino, and obey that is, and no a problem at the Amati Aston Villa. So constantly, this idea in your body be a pet, now Aston Villa entire team is confused, or mood your money. One player said, Nays were a fitter, and can be a good woman for Aston Villa, Pie Jamaican. But the boy is a forgotten hero. Your friend Leon Bailly. He is a forgotten hero. So I'm not so a fitter, and the problem with me have Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay.
But then so we have Paris Saint-Germain entire team now. And then Saint-Germain maybe also what is the weakness of the Paris Saint-Germain team?
And the Rashford
was saying Nuno Mendes has been the best left back in the world this season. Major team because no airborne Champions League and the elite of European football. But say critical analogy into the season. Take nothing away from this young man from Bournemouth, Milos Kerkez. He's been outstanding and he's playing for Bournemouth too. Milos Kerkez is playing for Bournemouth. Only that on good stage in a year. The stage Nuno Mendes no the Champions League. And we see the many friends by arguing. But say for the entire season now. This boy Nuno Mendes has shown in the Champions League. But Milos Kerkez and also this season, a miniature club like Bournemouth, look at their budget, scanty and meager. But then he has proven, and the Liverpool Football Club say say Andy Robertson another Timikas so mu jaba akokwan the next player mo kofa no this boy Milos Kerkes he's been outstanding but for Tio Hernandez AC Milan no I think this season he has been consistently inconsistent and really the problem nka yakasa yaka quality and that is mental toughness nko quality any toughness than Kerkes any Mendes no but he has been consistently inconsistent because of AC Milan form currently
Alejandro Balde and Federico Di Marco
no for Federico Di Marco the last 3 seasons he has been very consistent but this season what watch here Idris Nta Mbuano this season Di Marco Idris Mbuano into Luis Augusto Netabo at Inter Milan into no Di Marco mbem this season but already know he's a superstar I always say that make what I say sometimes you know ambiguity sounds some way so player try just 1 season man can a world class when you want to put somebody in a world class status player should prove 1, 2, 3 seasons consistently and so what I say world class obi bet me try 1 season Premier League Prince Bakayemi
you world class
yeah most of the time no you're misinterpreting the world class status.
World class there.
You can world class. You can do it over and over and over again.
At the highest level.
Why are constantly attacking Messi and Ronaldo? Because they've been consistent. They've been very consistent, and they've seen it all. They've always been there. Look at Modric. We call them world class because they've always been there. But then no, say you tell them about 1 season better, be faster. World class. And only problem no. And so no, for world club status no. For now there. Bono any the year and day you know. Maka say Di Marco is there. And for Inter Milan, one current team no. I think Prince Kasim be a pa. Real Madrid should rethink Xabi Alonso. Experimentations no doso. Real Madrid the team there, you don't go there just to do experiment. So what to them that. And I said, look what Boludu. Who is the Ludu? What for die now? Who him say wo bo 1 so wo bo 2 so wo 6. Say Xabi Alonso the NTA. Or like any game beyond I say or could throw die on him so about 1 or so about 6. He did it last season by going the entire season unbeaten. But me, that will not move me to be a world club status coach. That will never move me.
Okay.
You're consistent. Now you say, what brother? This is in Poker one a uniform. Yeah, we Poker one a Leverkusen film. Into no for Simone Inzaghi, he doesn't get a lot of plaudits. Especially at Lazio. At Lazio, he made ordinary players or average players superstars. One player was Joaquin Correa from Argentine. From nowhere, he became superstar. He built the current Lazio team. And since we feel Lazio, Coach Yo Bebiaso has not shied away from the template.
Okay.
No, we master the 3-back system. And when the maybe, just maybe, a Real Madrid for philosophically no, in favor of but guy, the man has proven already. The senior brother of Filippo Inzaghi, he has proven already. Say he work a world class players. They are there. But Cinco, me kasa same way with ya. The analysis na be me currently. So we pay team or budget Champions League. I will still say it's a PSG, and I am my favorite.
Ew, I know. I Philip Kwabena in Kumusa.
I see Paris Saint-Germain as number 1 before FC Barcelona.
All right. No, Philip Kwabena in Kumusa. I don't know why now. Who is my free Champions League no beti madie. You move the Arsenal and you did say. Omo beti me agin to bia beti me de dia fa Facebook waba na ya kan yes
I prince here no.
Oh me match that madrid
no wo ka sa Arsenal no I say sabi o
asema sinku kan
are
obi an share possible na
there be me so oh I don't know accident possible accident menye
me ka ba and I Philip say Paris Saint-Germain and now they all say Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a god. Oh, Arsenal bet me aji o.
Dortmund.
Oh say because baby obi adu no stage obi adu no and Arsenal send a strong statement on for you to beat Madrid 3-0. And look at me perspective na make how we see share we and the players are did in Arsenal at the ball game no declarize. Oh, Premier League will prove no a captain. Ansa no mko but Thomas Partey is a leader. Our team David Raya will form this season. Or even without Gabriel Magalhaes Kurano. Or much on solid. Woman Conzidi, what did Jacob Kiwo, Asia Mbappe, and even in Rodrigo, Duan Conzidia.
Talking about it.
And to me, Mr. Who is there? Arsenal, favorite to win.
You have a strong case.
And I feel one mama, I feel one man, my children.
No, you have a strong case.
Yeah.
For me, I think say with what Barcelona are doing.
And to who is Barcelona?
Oh, maybe who is
well.
But men so who's a Paris.
And I may say, maybe see me who is Arsenal.
And because Arsenal with Sofia, Barcelona should be very careful when they qualify. Qualify. But on next step, you know, likely some best in time they should be extra careful.
What a match.
Barcelona, they should be extra careful. Me, my favorite for Champions League this year, Paris Saint-Germain.
Yo, yeah, back in time, my message in the Kakra. You must be the Arsenal and the Terjis. Bimus say Dortmund, dear Berry. The be free my bounds. We are said there. Obia and Babia, Osihuna dear. You knew about Greece, dear Dortmund. Who is a umbitimia aje. Enti Abdul Salam Sayed desert. Yenye we know what you watch or my what you kama pa. Olivia Tiwa say good morning guys from Passports. I love it pa more fire. Edward Adomze please I'm watching you live inside Mad Pocket Services at Meduma, South Africa. I'll sit make sure Prestige Academy School FC Barcelona will win tonight game and qualify as well. Okay. No Edward Adomno na yes ha from be South Africa mbezenka me wa ka ese ko South Africa there enye ya we enjoy ya form for Douglas na ebo sinkodi a ode fire emojis atwa ho jam nim wo hye me there I don't know form for chia ba bia wo bia ana we say or say some passports or say some passports no Kwesi Alonso no so why message ni we must say 20 minutes Real Madrid to Arsenal nil. No, found for Douglas on the prediction. No. As a mother was scored the second goal on the 19th minute. Bema Bani will lunch on Hoate. Will lunch on Hoes. And the end he be free mo abba. Okay, why message in here? Or you bob what is so the free nerebehi. Watching live, Kodoko will bounce back stronger in our subsequent games. Fabulous still the greatest. Greetings to Chairman Usu Bempa. Michelle so okay, and I'll say okay. James Buama says some passports all the way. Greetings to Philip and my darling boy, Sir Prince. And here James Buama message in here. Okay, so my message is near more was what is Barcelona? The way is it Barcelona? I say it's Barcelona. Why, Miss Analyst? Yeah, Navino Bans, no, and Philip pronunciation.
See, in the language Catalan,
yeah,
look at Barcelona. In English, yeah, Barcelona.
Absolutely.
Yes, so it is Barcelona.
Yeah,
that is in their language.
That's the one day. Nyata mbechches ano mani na yes. And to know nimze bia watch but once watch them me who's so that is it. And found for Douglas message in wapa but I'll try. Was in fact Scott McTominay deserves a praise, and I think Manchester United owners and board together with the playing body must set up in order to change the fortunes of the club. All of a sudden, better players turning average day in day out at Manchester United. No one can tell me Casemiro was bad before joining them, but what happened to his performance? Likewise, could be Menu. And Garnacho and Co. And no found for Douglas message no or Tiamo say some passports is the best. Okay, and zip to getting Solomon the more fire. A new Facebook zip to getting Solomon. All right. Papis. Why Papis man, some mother will do wonders tomorrow. I surely believe it. Okay. And one message in here. My favorite Champions League is Paris Saint-Germain, but Madrid is losing tomorrow. Okay. So all the messages in the bar now, but good morning, champions. Keep the fire burning. God bless Ali inside Achim Jaha. Isaac Ali message in here. May these hello some passports you guys are doing great job from Victor inside Fosukrum. Please can you add me to some passports group or one of them normal to which you better hold you and pass with the amount. Amadou Rashid said Rashid Barcelona all the way. So must say Papis man, we want code Mr. Nkumsa. Messages never. First do say no booking code for us today. My praise Atanazi na Philip Atanazi on by Madam. So Philip Mama trim is na family would have bear to it.
Yeah. Yeah, very loud. Takwa. Tony was Mining City Radio. Also, hey, show you pa.
Okay,
so,
okay,
Tony, good morning to you, my brother. Now, quote na de mamono. Munya very, munya stand. Munsien ye pa. Don't just go and miss one letter. Won't miss one letter. Ebo bwedi. Inti tien ye pa. Now your quote in ye. 1B2, 1B2, C8, D6A. That is the first code. 1B2, C8, D6A. That is the first code. It's a roll on. Now the second code, 1B2, C2, AA7. 1B2, C2, AA7. That is a cerebral bite. Cerebral bite. Now your third code, 1B2, C3, F9F. F9F. 1B2, C3. 1B2C3 F9F, that is another roll on. Now cerebral bites again. 1B2C3 D96. 1B2C3 D96. It's another cerebral bite. Mr. You call the mega accumulator. The mega accumulator. Mega accumulator no enuni 1B2 BC B03 1B2 BC B03 weekend here, and I say and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and say you know fiscal. Into course na the amount. There are quota and there are some end on Thursday, and there are some end or China, that is Wednesday. Into good luck to you all. Now what bet be when just one may greens follow us all. May greens follow us all. Bet way or say get way more. All
right. So I know you Philip Kwabena in Kumsa. Don't know me no say do ba kon abo pepe. Talk of a quick commercial break about me bar. Orlando Betnas in a Fisima Buano or the Atuan. Yeah, bus is here in Chakra.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
If I shop, I'm sure you'll bag it.
Brad, and not so good.
Not only about Michelle, see about Queen, why me and say,
Brad, said your time about Misha, as your Jimmy fearful, and Yadia about ever so.
Really, I know this opening now.
Brad, and because me the time about Misha one dancia, we are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria, where drawn the time about Misha.
And you go, dear, and what I want to meet any deal. What drawn the time about Misha? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. The one mark or down for any aquada when you fear to me, and son of the time about Mr. Draven. Shasa Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
Kayo said time near TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be than is Ziva, a woman. Ever trap. Ubenya be at all, ever over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop before now. FDA at the Ejay at all.
Abusaka kraka bi wo hanu meja tom na rewu sebe wo me say abofra keto wanya 2 years akadai ba kum nti African Spider-Man bla me ya abofra keto yi mo na nipa ho hia dede bi koso anu ti ka me ho ne ko hwede wo mbia yenya ya expectation ka African Spider-Man ba be sebo abofra yi ba prekope ne hu African Jack wo ba be sebo abofra na wo secret kura no anything Imboost herbal mixture. And only me secret. Na me yetu no ma nkeka e wo form. Ana police me di one dance check me say menye na me nso hwe. Na me so hwe no. A boosting immune system ama say me yetu na mente bre. Metimi di kama. Ama nkeka wodwom mo so ekoso.
Me kura so me ta yale amama latitude me nya baako.
Enyeje ne koso hwe. Hey, Spider-Man, what are you doing?
Mo fa me kura chen.
Ubenya Imboost herbal mixture ewo pharmacy anase herbal shops. Apemfo eni nkola omundi fie dumienu enom FDA agigede nkatwe atu.
If you want better future, join Ghana Grows, 'cause our grit be the future. Join Ghana Grows, this be one for the culture. Join Ghana Grows, 'cause say you my day for Ghana. Join Ghana Grows, Ghana Grows.
Yomu, Pequaya, Ubefaso Yajuma, Anna, Atia Jumaqua, Faso Waso, Ewokia Jumam, any 80 vetimu and Neya. Suana Mone, Fastest and Wo, Wabusia, and Wum Patamo Asitinemu, but star 718 star 50 hash, not that Kaho says, yeah. Ghana Grows, Hop Day, Ghana Grows Jumedie, Mastercard Foundation, Miss Springboard Roadshow Foundation, Limehouse, Niwa Buafone Debro.
Mamenche, time HH herbal Mr. Bina Unumi, and your what dropa, a yadro say, a manipedian quamuano and yahuating, na a quatia yare, and chain yare and san wakakoto, fire wardro, nan nominal abribia, can noga company limited. What the time TIME ebe jasono one noa and the time HH heba mister edia bejaso akra wanyanya mfrisia dumienu enumbi wo pemfo ene oba wo makra nufuo enso enumbi time HH heba mister wo benya bi
over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu
so wo pedodo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH herbal mixture yadro say FDA agye adwadie nkratoe atum.
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste. Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3 variant toothpaste: Total Care, Herbal, and Winehead. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Sompa.
Okay, Dubako abo apa won sema enwotwe. Abo 11 te koya ba Mraso Orlando atunase ode afise mo abo no ebre. Obani akwabo.
Asingo beje so.
Na bibi ai fine dey. Bibi ai boko. Eden ya mese. Yenti ode ne so abo no a ode ebre afise no.
Asingo ye bechia ye tiefo a etie Sompa 93.1 and afenso ya hefo a Sompa TV. Aba full time so afise mbre and aso a Ejekum Blanson Junior betimi afremi Orlando mede ensem no ebro na coach Dr. Prosper Nateogum ede afutu ama Asante Kroko supporters no osin ba bia dui no negativities no omu hia enso ewo team no nti no say supporters no kasa omu nkasa positively emfama Kumasi Asante Kroko yentie coach Prosper Ogum.
Yeah, I think we just have to encourage the players, encourage everybody within the team. I mean, there should be some good commentary around the team, so that emotionally the players will be stable to be able to focus. I think over the period since we came, we've delivered. It's only today that we didn't get the maximum points for them. So I don't think this match should bring about a lot of negative commentaries around the team where things that are untrue will be created and will be pushed on people's neck and throat. No, I don't think this is the period to do that. This is the period to encourage the players, to encourage the technical staff to get their act together. Once we have some emotional stability within and outside the team, I think it will be good for us going forward. Once the commentary becomes unpleasant and it gets into their minds and their heart, I think it will let them drop their head. And once they drop their head, we have lost it. So let's encourage them to keep their heads up, chest out, and let them understand that they can bounce back, or we can bounce back to get them.
Feel the heat. Sompa.
Eno head coach Edma Kumasi Asante Groko. Dr. Prosper Natoguma ready San72 just say the more now mobeka positive news ama Kumasi Asante Groko players eno na betimi aboa mo ama bibia enso etimi akoye se de beya eniswade unu no se omobeji Ghana Premier League no eno nso ebetimi abem no nanu na ebusa ko se coach what they are to just say omrantie no fatigue asset in ebi mo keka se baby adu no ubehia fitness coach ewo Kumasi Asante Groko onu omo ya adwena na
I've not said that they were fit. I said they were slow today. I don't know, I gave any account that I said they were slow. A player can be fit but can be slow due to so many reasons, and today they were just slow. Yeah, that is it. So I've not said that they lack fitness. I don't think. As fatigue, that's fatigue. Fatigue has nothing to do with somebody's strength and endurance. Fatigue has something to do with tiredness in the limbs, lower limbs, upper limbs. Yeah, so they are fit. It's just that today they were slow.
Eno enso Asante Groko head coach Dr. Prosper Natogum na de San72 just say ono de onka Sekoroko players no abrebrent on be here fitness coach na mom no etobie be fitness no any tiredness no two different things san say ekwan na omututu no eno nso ewa ye pa na eno ade Asante region circuit chairman Alex Menu komisa say openi na Asante Groko coach eden sem kakra enso atudwa afa Asante Groko team no say coach ene ni players no omuntie no
enti de best say e do be say kasema omuntie yen ha menua me se me Jonas Circus 1992 unim coach sa ma hwe omo Ghana akuma se baba record dem hwe ayi unim plan e fe no honorable to Olympics no back kotoko let am no na million of them na million of my friend me fifi wo aye ma e dey kotu 2 wo bo 2 ma ko bo black sanya wo tie position na and then e bi no so but obi play bi bana say enko yi a e then the coach ba e abro from moto player board e wi asa ko coach aboard den na we dey be kan che say coach we dey hu hia sa player no bona nya yi a e coach na sem and then me kwa me am ja me nya ma sem me supporter coach dey wan say what I say
Entino Alex Menu na kache Asante Groko head coach say players no mo ba no mo form ne drop in no man koya e ya wo coach no o responsibility say obeye no ma ye because Aziz Ansa ye be friend no onabo a obaye no oba as a midfielder e wo Kumasi Asante Groko ba na mfifi onya bi mo e na middle of the ball right back and a fire or ball right back and the ball Black Stars intino coach no excuse say obeka say player there player no say ultimate try be a different position na a normal and so etimi koye no circle chairman de ma Ashanti region Alex Menu and the San72 Daniel say Alex sisi akoro game na second half no timu say players no e braba o ma fa na players ni nan mu agogo who say yamfa fitness coach mrana Alex
sa question we there coach na was obusa no me me fa technical of physical instructor fa me coach kon what dey me chiro no was o hwe the backroom staff na one of them na buy so me ja me ka say bia say onu fi so hia ma on fa na o hia na to fi say dey cost it's okay for me we move eno Alex Menu and the San72 coach
Prosper na Togum there. Ne technical staff no one na do obi about no one recommend obi a. Enti no enyom bu na be ka che ne se wo hia we fa ne bra na emom no. Se coach na atena se no hu se ba bia du no obehia fitness coach a. Omo de omo ha eno Alex Menu na Alex Menu kono eno ka che coach Prosper na Togum se coach no unim coach a. Yensu yenim hwe pa sa asem we no keke sa for town no mo ka bi o and Alex Manu say he unim coach a yensu yenim hwe
me happy and then me happy man me need to play about 75 minutes say play a darling boy but me need to about 75 minutes what I say and just say play obey na blessem sa I mean compare so better time blessem but then changes na back proper one and then your boy jogla and all game no friends babaya ya even though na enko ba na babanya ball a otumi twi nipa menu ba kwanta na waye change ba o ya o de ne ba hwan na o de ne ba tisa na no sa na te na o yi oga bo ache o yi babaya no o fa oga bo ache mem go no so ba no o be display kaka me say yes ball no kra afel otumi kra ball no to no na no o hwe bro ke ga ta pon se unim coach a esu nim hwe
unim coach a yensu yenim hwe pa eno Ashanti Region Second Chairman Alex Menu kache Dr. Prosper na Togum head coach Edema Kumasi Asante Goko nano ena former coach Edema Ashanti Gold Thomas Dua ene komisa say Thomas anano coach Prosper na Togum say fatigue asset in on team no say no enye excuse because enye na tamale eba Ghana ha pando enye na eba nti wo be fa adwuma nyina unim say Ghana ha traveling issues wo ekwan ne wo wa enti mo friend no nya excuse
oh account everything account but no nya news my can yes no what do we can do we na fi na Tamalaba na fi na Accra Lions Abaka na fi na Ando Cats of Lions now what that is a young this year now fatigue I think now say 10 days you only about 10 days for 6 matches but I'm on travel no na ka so ni ya ka papa dia ameboa esa ana premusu mo di ba ke ngi ya ready start the no so obi bra no mo obi so abu ya no dia nya school
Entino Thomas Bianso chema enye excuse wo ho se wo be ka se fatigue eno enso ensama ye di go ode ama e wo Sompa na 3.1 afenso Sompa TV so na coach Frimpong Manso on head coach Edema Babia ni Gold Stars afi omoni tete wo sei se league ne de crew ano omo de be fa Kumasi ewurawura mu a na omakofa nyina hini na om de trophy na kwakosi Babia ni na no eno chema league ni dia Babia ni Gold Stars omunyo ombeje na mo nyo omo nko Nation FC ene kotoko omo nso ani dia chiri pa.
Yeah, of course, and it's not the two of us now. Nations is also part of the race. You cannot take them out. So for me, I think that is our objective now. We want to win the league now, but then it depends on how we approach the rest of the games.
And it's what they know why Gold Stars this season is Omobaje League, you know. And so from head coach, from Frimpong Manso, and this Sansemino, and so Atuja. Now, ya prako ya rush, and then send me Atuja afa Justice Blame, or the Yentino.
Some players this year I'm going to can't be given to them. A player like Play, I think was Tiami Hughes. You know, I've worked with him with Yama. I think that he's one of the best midfielders in the country now. Well experienced, he only needs the territory, and I'm praying the opportunity will be given to him because he deserves it.
Justice Blay enya Blasters call up and the question is obetu hwan e won finfin ho eno any asem so ya prako say yes and Blast say Justice Blay your friend e Blasters and so ho any ebusa no say sisi amafo kika say Ghana football na ni da so bi adi mo no say hey munya rotere
Ghana football here the baka say ni da so Ghana football me dia no ne because I think that don't need to say Ghana footballers are pana. Footballers in some of Ghana that we are blessed with good footballers. We just have to find them and then give them the right training. That's all.
Eno ya preko ya Rush head coach Edema U15 and the San 7 just say Ghana football there and it so and so hopa and wa be ka say Ghana football and it so nim no wasem na like Kingston in some bebre and so etimi atuja afa African coaches be ho o say o mo mpa adesua no mo mpe.
Whenever he sees a very good coach, that will give him a knowledge that, oh no, this coach knows what he's doing, so I have to respect him. You know, so that comes to coaching education. I always say that we Africans, we are laid back when it comes to coaching education. And it's not guaranteed that you've played football to the highest level, you are going to be a very good coach. It's all about education. And I see most of former players or African coaches doesn't want to learn. They even go into coaching courses and then they are thinking about, getting my coaching badge and go and find a job and do. They are not focusing on whatever they are going to. They take away on the course and that they can have whatever they have on it to improve themselves. So all these top players, when they come down and they see the way you work, even your communication, that will determine whether they rating you high and they will listen to you.
Eno a former Black Stars winger like Kingston at the San 72 Jano Chewu Party nyamena African coaches no do na nyamena adisuane de o mompe na ubobo no ekọ to the highest level eno nchese ube coach ube good coach achese usua de eno like Kingston at the San 72 Jano na okono ne ebusan se lai sisi de Ghana sa kwanya na ba se yensa be so trophy mo esan se ye 4 nations tournament bia ya de se May 2070 ya eba so ewo London Mountain so ye ni Trinidad and Tobago Jamaica ni Nigeria na o ka se da bio mama dwenyam se Jamaica ni Trinidad and Tobago omni bobo on players ni more na ebobo ewo Europe and afin so MLS ni.
When you look at Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica, there are a lot of United Kingdom born players that are converting to go and play for Jamaica. So they are not teams that are very that doesn't have a very good players. They have players that are playing in good leagues as well. Most of them are in the MLS, Mexican League, and all that. So I know most of the fans will be looking at just Nigeria and Ghana. So my advice to them is they shouldn't underrate those two countries, because when you look at their World Cup qualifier, they are doing well in their groups as well, respective groups as well. So we need to. Nigeria and Ghana both need to pay particular attention to these teams. It shouldn't be focusing on each other, but rather focus on Trinidad and Tobago and then Jamaica as well.
Like Kingston that they are to just say me and Frey and Nimko see Nigeria for no so na Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago so omo ye a very good side omo World Cup qualifiers omo bono omo eboni ye pa eno futu sem kakra like Kingston and so etimi Ediama the Black Stars of Ghana ye boy che and so Ediama na assistant coach Edema Baseke Holy Stars Rashid Musa or the sem kakra tuja o say omo debut season our Ghana Premier League nim na omo ne big clubs in the likes of Asofok and the Asante Koroko Ebobo no omo sua de bebrefru na nyame ye dom no mo ka league you ma next season teams in the better be here
a lot because share teams are wa bo mudino oni omo ba they have a kind of game plan omo ne mo bo, especially if you are playing home against them. They have a strategy because omo ball league na che and they know or they have what it takes to win away matches or draw away games. They have a very, very good strategy, both first half and second half. Even the score line 0-0 and I say a goal in favor of them, you see them changing their style of play. So we are experiencing a lot and we are picking it one at a time. I think we also have something to prove next season, God willing.
Eno coach Rashid Musa, assistant coach Edema Baseke Holy Stars. And it is San 72 John saying, Yame Buano Mutimika League, no more Mabesua, I want debut season, ever born next season. Pa now, Mamenka was a Kumasi Asante Roko, Sabre Omodun crying. Yes, and a play best 7:30 no mu 2 free Kumasi, Omodun crying, Omo Kodu Jomo, Echna, omone Accra Lions game no enso ebeba so hono nti no asante koroko nyame adom makọ akodu enkrampopuni mantema omokọ ese bibia be ko nti sinko o branding nti no me dia fisem no enso ebesia
okay
na miami nia prempe okubi say o monitor show no na no pay den from adansi akrofrom
okay
wadwedwira dem o monitor show
in next 4 years you do be continue
o de me kwa
akrofrom
for the
na say for the years I mean 4 years me do kwa dey kon 4 years ni bi
o say assemblyman ye din 4 years
and do assemblyman ma
Debbie
anta me say me do be ko ba ko no ha 4 years me do be ko nti market hu yi na bibia na find Orlando that's ba no ye Orlando na watene ngano as a president fa uzu ngo bia na ko man so sisi ro jiro o tam so for 4 years boys no okay Orlando say 4 years back on dey also on pay 4 years back on mo pay back no nti ngame
back no kra o nya no pay back no
o na se me
baako we kro nya no opewi
eze emwa do bozu emwa do ba
na continue party aha na
o je we de ya na ye boa wo me na me boa do akọ
we campaign amami
o ajiri di jare ye hwensem ni ma
ye hwensem ni kakra
na ye nsem do zum
na most of the times ha adwen kakra say ubehu club or competing for a title. Not all of a sudden I say problems from everywhere. Mole these clubs now. Looking at Kobe Kumasa Santa Cota, frankly speaking, I think they open one of the teams this particular season. Or more preparations here, or her pre-season, or how recruitment and how they started the season. Everything was, should I say, it was on point. But almost a season Arsenal 1 2 3 games after they na and man shut down quite said the supporters near expected and what we're expecting to get from the team because of the recruitment and the kind of promises the kind of make can say even looking at Opimswo and some of the kind project our shots here even looking at the junior side the juvenile side how are all these things we're having that kind of belief. Say kotokone this particular season, never be koyi, and looking at the individual players, ne kuta kotokone with the names and ne kuta omo.
Opimso cardiasm.
Oh, we also said time of our point Prosper Natugu. He was 3 years. He was giving the mandate, and I said he was giving the kind of guidelines. The first season, you win the league at least, right? You make sure you go to the Africa. Is it the second season, right? Very good.
Also because Opim saw something here, you need to be emphatic.
Oh yeah,
because I remember so catch and say Mobi and pressure and tone.
Oh yeah, but
on build the team no.
I understand that. But on said there was a target given, and the target was Africa to win the league and go to Africa. You get the whole point here. So with all these things said, no, people were thinking, say, oh, and some way nearby, and that was the reason why Yaptiska Kotoko to players with the other club anymore. And looking at Kotoko right now, the last time I said this, the individual names Ekuta Kotoko no. On said time I'm but I still feel say Kotoko was some individual names. They shouldn't be suffering. Say players need to be crap. Look, let me tell you something. Kotoko Fredo Kasari, Kotoko Kamara, and let's not forget Benjamin Chum. Even the small boy Fatal Seidu, Ewo Honum. Usho mu defense Kotoko Samba, Onel, Ndongane asem na making. Ablo, Ewo Honum. Ubenyo obi ti se Heriansu. Ubenyo obi ti se Abrante Fed Kwesi Asante. Openyi me bodi.
Oh me ti o se o bubo memedi un.
The performance and I let you down. But look at Obi ti se Heriansu. The kind of experience Abeka say the longevity when yan wo Ghana Premier League ni mu. Heriansu is there, Kwesi Asante is there, Patrick Esiedulo, Damwa, Ajetana, Navoka, you talk of Sifamo in the midfield, Ubenyo Obi ti say in team menu, Justice Blaton Edu, Yimado Lentry, Michael Chejamana, you talk of someone like Solomon Kokusamu. These are all players from now on in attack. Baba Yaya is there. You get Elvis Sheba for Saka Dauda, Pitami Duakwa, Abetamwa. Sa Wababa, right? Yeah. Very good. Samson Eduku, Mintako, Kwame Poku, all these players are there. So clearly you feel say when you are talking about names and individuality, Kotoko will be brave at their disposal. But the whole problem now, the kind of results that should come with this quality, no. And then I bet the problem.
Since when I got a problem?
Oh, come on.
Apart from that, almost draw with Bichim.
That's why I highlighted on the point that Kotoko did not start the season well. Let's not forget that.
Because me Kotoko and say me tell you because Sanya Bichim draw yeah.
Look, Enameka said did not start well, but along the line they pull things together. And almost said so munya results no. And they call onto that kind of break, you know, when police issue nearby.
Yeah.
And when Kotoko resumed, at least ninja performance, but already the results now after the resumption it was okay because at least one more ball year 3 points how could him right. But performance on the field no was the problem. Now fans need to break any ninja home. And me especially some my bet never first time I'm making. Several times Maka the performance even against Legon Cities. Kotoko won, but we came here and spoke about the performance. We highlighted on some individuals as we improve. But yet the improvement is not coming. And when Kotoko share a tougher opponent, we saw how they struggle. When Kotoko missed tougher opponents, we saw how they struggle. And even against Bechem United, Kotoko played at home. But let's not forget, everyone that watched the game could clearly testify to it, Kotoko performance wasn't deserved of the win. And I said a draw no munya, you know. Per how the game went, you know, people were feeling now Kotoko couldn't deserve that draw numpo. Kotoko should have lost, and even the penalty nearby, and yes, penalty nearby, you know. People were feeling na in your penalty, I said na if you so and so futuro until we show the video a clear about so you give the benefit of the doubt to the referee. But Adeba Kunsuni, all these problems are there. Who is the coach for Krobia Kumasa Santo Kotoko? Prosper Natugum, doctor. He has come to Kotoko the first stint. Ubinya glories and wasa baby. And the first thing to buy, and we also how on one casa, your man permanently players do or pedi or mobile, right? The second one also the same thing. Players via on also pen when you team. But Tebu say has the improvement of such players no has it make us increase or decline? He'll be to so Peter Miduakwa. Last season, open one of the wingers and they will league money about deep on one. So Kaya. Last season, wingers and they bomb deep on Peter Miduaka was part. Look at Obi to say Justice Blay. Look at Obi to say Emmanuel Enchi. But you must say these players so sack down the moon here. You must say these players no are they flying high? And I say almost get stuck at where they are and also will declining. That is the problem here. Everyone was expecting Saka Dauda with Hawa the experience in the league city, you know. By this time, as a coach, no, just like we saw with the first thing, players be or form out of no or be making names out of them. It is Saka Dauda at least. What for be a only D? No be be at least one making name kaka. And then I we expected. The only D no be man in your D to the only kaka then away. Over man in your D anymore. You let them improve. But right now, it seems like the improvement of Kotoko team no na be the problem here. And with that one, if anyone blames the coach, and no na amount for BC as a kasa ne yados no. But you look at it from the point ne angle na make kasa fan. If with all these things said, everyone blames the coach, you have to agree with the person.
Okay.
Because Fredo Kasari, Robert Kamara, they have that quality. So why then say Tembia you consider? Look at the defense.
And the players need to take responsibility because my deans or ye Samba or Nel, but time be omu consider. Coach in our select was a kobo. Dear now we have to prevent goals now because so Samba mu leaky goals there. What is the essence of those names now?
It's a very good
because a dean mobile except who make good use of the name.
I understand.
Page no suna bemiyeng.
I understand. A very good question Wabusano. My mention what did you say? So for me to say Fredo Kasaria, is he a bad coach? When you talk of the Ghana Premier League, best goalkeepers, so the name Bembi. Yencho Obi to say Samba or no. So Ghana Premier League in best centre backs we are now the Bembi. Ufo Obi to say Ablo, time we now we are now the Bembi. You get a point I'm making here. Offer some individual players Obi to say Patrick Esiedu. open the best leg backs are say I know I dey out in deep bata ho bi. So clearly what I'm trying to say is say individually players need be one ma omo kire. But it's about the team bonding. You can never tell me say team Manu is not playing well. But one in team Manu ne partner manafa. You get a point I'm making here. Why in team Manu and a partner manafa? Emmanuel and you started very well. But why on a partner manafa? What has been the bond?
Okay.
So all these things sometimes it will fall down to the coach. How are Obetimiama that kind of chemistry now working? Say in team Manu any Tenedu nebo Justice Blay nebo Emmanuel Enchu Baba Yaya ebeye den no metimi abo together any that kind of results.
All right.
So for me I think say it all boils down supporters no monto ombo asekakra but yesterday now the papa friend Prosper na Ogum he really needs to stand up and live up to the billing.
All right. Praise your dad, Philip.
The reason why I'm a pray, Ekasana say, what can teams are in terms of finances, or we are top in Ghana, one can in years and to go confirm. Kodoko constantly, Minu na him say, Omuko equals in Africa, Ali ni Mazembe mo, Zamalek mo are the co-equals of Kumasi and Kodoko. But no cry back coupe, Kodoko performance and Kreso mo de maye, any Kodoko a year when say no. I say gap no awakakra. Now, your problem I want you sometimes we look at certain names. Yama edino share so Sambandongali, and your names no is about one, the chemistry on the pitch, the telepathy and understanding, the bond between the players and the coaches on another major factor. Now, since me back Masia, Kodoko match is a marine. Me who game am I too impressed? Me who game no cry back coupe. My too impressed. This is Kumasi Asantegodoko. The first game I watched was against Lagos Cities. And you could you better pardon your more because you could clearly see a DB friend rustiness. Because now poly case no konko now fina yakope polycrabia. So definitely no players no for some time. As I can ebeko from kakra and the see na situation no mu wom ninti no ye hu the best of Krobia Santegodoko. Now guess what? Kodoko the almost start and normally from the 30 minutes going bia games are no from the 30 minutes going bia no we be also Kumasi Santegodoko team na DP. And so the fitness levels of the players no should be a watch for the coaches. As the coaches no keep an eye on the players especially with their fitness concerns. Now, like Kingston Kasembi, like no car about say Ghana shouldn't just override TNT any Jamaica no, and it was lie. Now, Ebiana won't follow Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago minimum mono. I followed them somewhat in 1999, and I followed them when Dwight York, no, I am part of the Manchester United team. I did the 1999 UEFA Champions League. From there on, I'm starting to follow Trinidad and Tobago. And interestingly, it was at the year 2006, na TNT about the World Cup. Trinidad and Tobago, North America, and then the Caribbean, your top country. Your island. They are island just like Jamaica. But then, your top. But then, they are producing talents. Uber dream won't see. Dwight York is a talent from Trinidad and Tobago. He has won the Champions League. And because of him, among won in Trinidad and Tobago. When himself boy no Manchester United now and they loan number Chelsea no. Ninchi every Trinidad and Tobago. Jadon Sancho is a Trinidad and Tobago born. He was born and bred. Nema mini papa. I want Jadon Sancho free. He's from Trinidad and Tobago. In the Tobago, no, one interesting thing is that so if you Trinidad and Tobago na so by UK is too easy so be Jamaica abe UK and too easy so be TNT abe UK. Into most of the hustlers in Trinidad and Tobago no on be hustle UK. Most of them ever hustle UK. Into no because of interracial, you can't interracial now. Or many abrafo no be wo bebre. Into ubete hu e kala bi in UK. Nimpa no onya broni, ono so nya bibini. But obefi say bia because onya broni into Africa. Enya e bi before ehu omo UK na no mo fi Africa dey bi. There are some of Caribbean and one of those is Jadon Sancho. Now Jamaica current Jamaican projects no more yano. I am so enthused and impressed. Omo coach is Steve McLaren. Once upon a time, the coach of AZ Alkmaar, and once upon a time, a manager for Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle United, Steve McLaren. And McLaren the current team no, and our players are omo at the top. Who forbid to say Demarai Gray? Some new never Demarai Gray was Leicester, and obo Aleti Fak, obi to say Leon Bailey, obo Aston Villa. It's Aston Villa small team, and all forbid to say Bobby the Colombia Raider, the Colombia Raider bought Leicester, and Ethan Pinnock of Brentford. So Jamaica team no crown, omo players be a would you almost see senior so omo who was so cratching your players ni bi. Yan chin to me yan can crunch train. Into sometimes we better know what dream say Nigeria nkwane nation a known more football mad country. You will do so at your own peril. But tournaments na ye kobono. When more these are tournaments are good prep for the Black Stars because no crab akope. Your national team na DP. And may fight two World Cup qualifiers. Any games na born and say no engage your national team no. E be take your time and say get there. Level na say Senegal mo e was say no. Who compare Senegal mo so say not to compare the Black Stars of Ghana. Yen ya DP. In the tournaments na ye kono. Me ever agree me brave and so Nigeria say omo no betumi high stumbling block e dey amai. Na four nation tournaments cry dey. Okay. The issue of mercy as I think say sometimes you can blame the coaches because players in no cry back up professional levels I'm not too impressed.
Okay, Philip Kwabena Nkumisa. Opani medase pa so buy how go matches pa. Yes, inti sane si etie. Yenua ba ko abesra ye no. On some passports any agrokra yes on some passports any agrokra okay on transna yehu senesi etie all right on transna yini nkomo kakra bi wani transna wani ye frozen
midiane ajenim Giovanni
okay I will free here.
Me free so am under there so.
Okay na how often now follow some passports now who follow in then we see in huno.
Some passports there they say they oko enti that there so ni bibie ni ewura mu ba kuma asene there some passports ajiba bia was mobile adwuma pa wo media ne so uko Facebook a obi atie sompa ebo nine there time was say obi atweragu na tade achi ne daily activities mu there some passports nkwa na obi ayeden etie.
Okay, the 59 day corner there 9:30 ni bo na watena se
oba betie some passports western off.
Okay nti dia na mo ani some passports oba.
Some passports so there me started say me tie some passports so there menya inyama bebre was some passports man kasa cause me ankasa me investor e ba bet there some passports so there you dey chire pa investors in hope nyina ne some passports obia tie cause some passports na ankasa no analysis some passports obia tie so be good analysis no dey be di nejuma cause investors dey bia your market
dey onya good analysis ni wi anu asa fiska
ya sa fiska e dey ku ye bottom.
Okay and the na o catch the viewers ni listeners
ya me catch the viewers nyina na say on na Facebook western no ba bia wutie some pa bia dey me catch on say fa ho don some passports na obem wanye ska gu bottom be ma wa ho ade ba ku ni ska o nti se ska ba gu bottom a on so ye be ma
ahode anu mbo amenia ahode ne ba ko penu aniska
nti peska gu bottom u be ye ska ne so a u hope na ne some passports.
All right obani medase pa okay as a prince metam na kan dem be fa me course nti
wa manesa akeke
okay
some JCs picture frames
kakra okay
I say unse we are there bi bua ma unsa ko anu na so abua unsa ko anu we na wodo anu no so adase
okay
nti everybody aniama ba ku we
onya no quick mama na yeah
nti no screen this
okay
yes nti we pictures picture frames
okay yes nti
Okay, we need to adjust you. Very good.
Oh, okay. Nice one. All right. All right. Nti.
Nice one.
Nti no Giovanni no. All right. So all presenting and I'm the phone lines na gusu amamina mafa course no kama pa. And no present Philip Diamana kama pa no. All right. So all right. Onye praises so the na yemfa course no. Yes, inti onye praises so the kama pa na yemfa course no. All right. Inti very nice one. So 0551 931 931 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 0548 931 931 0551 931 931 yemfa mokoso ni sisi ya yemfa mokoso no yana ya baba everydays no so na everydays no manyana ndieza dozo ba ndiye beni na kama pa ede amamo. All right, inti yemfa koso no okay 0551 931 931 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 yes. Hello. Yes sir.
Good morning.
Good morning sir. Okay, yet your chief. Okay. All right. Yet that's it. Hello. Okay. 0551 931 931 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 ubetima fraba homano zuna yedi nkomo. Hello obani oba na wadum TV ni akaza mesra opa oba ode dum TV ni ngaza. Hello.
Hello.
Yes sir.
Na akashay.
Nyame adomudi ndi se ka free.
Ekam baba laje.
Baba dum TV ni ngaza.
Na woni first na mo yene na nyaje. Me first time krese na homo no. Kati fa ho.
Mbajo an.
Kichi yana ma ka pata kati ni se ta pra fo no ya fo no pa. Ana enjema fo no. Ana contemporary fo no omo anko fo ni ngaye ya fo no. Me ho na krese na nyaje papa. Na bishana ma me se ano tesi krese pata. Because ya dan wa ya championship league ne yent memo. No mo dia on tum krafa ma ya anje mereska. Si na kemo ya kwa foti. O mo support ne sikapo ne support. Ana one of the whole world tum ta ba kwa kana no ene chesi.
Yo bani ya te da senti ko so ati sun passport. Philip do be wura mi pa. Hello. Obani udindi sayo ka safre. Good morning sir. Obaswa dum TV ni ngasa wa chief. Dum TV me say dum TV ni ngasa.
Okay. Hello.
Yetio.
But kutokoma tuna tembe 3 and 4.
Mbajo 3.
But kutokoma tuna tembe.
All right. Asante kwa konyame adoma 3 PM na omo ebo. Hello.
Yes, I'm ready Madrid ball.
Hello. Yes, I wouldn't say you can say free.
You didn't do something because I came on that.
Okay, you do.
If I'm ready Madrid ball.
I have an Madrid bono. Okay. So DSTV be intino. Oh, DSTV obetuma na bia heminia. Okay. Hello.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
The game stone.
What did you say?
Stone.
Okay, sir, friend.
Wow.
Yet you.
But the commercial and
Yet you.
Like I just have
okay, Mati. Open Mati Dasi, hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Odi the same. Frost, eh?
Then Sapon.
Yet you. Bacho, Yankopon ya domo china wai. Okay. Anti Yemfawi, hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We are my last caller.
Another Madrid, little come back in a year.
Dabe.
Madrid, a baby 5-1.
But your mother, Babo Chinawai. Okay, anti Yanamu Yinase ni Mfesia. Yanamu Yinase, papa. Work for women, me wabu me pa. My baba ye free ho. Nebi be fine. Okay. Happy birthday to Trudy. Soldier SNT at Bema Kambakra. And Timumfa Trudy into Sumami way. Ransford ne washeno. Happy birthday to Trudy. Soldier SNT or Bema Kambakra. Happy birthday to you, Mami Soldier. All right. Yan tuasum friha. We from Owusu Patience. We are nurse Kumase to Peter Mensah Ade. Yes, firefighter or tepper. Say, may all your wishes come to pass. Be great, dear friend. And no, Owusu Patience never say Peter Mensah Ade. In fact, Peter Mensah Ade. So happy birthday to you, Peter Mensah Ade from Owusu Patience. I don't know. NS Kumasi. All right. Yan twas unko anime. Why birthday any Fridos from Mr. Wack. Okay, so Fridos yama happy birthday pa what tech Fridos yamishra na onyo kezene birthday dear. Wack is so busy from now. Wa making sure say BBI find the amount. Okay, so Honorable Joseph Azuma MP for Adansia Group from and their birthday from Mr. Wag. So Honorable Azuma, yama happy birthday pa nyamishira na onyo kese papa. Okay, why be you special birthday to Georgina Tiwa of Central SD Church Asante Aguna from Kechire Obi of Sompa TV, Kechire Sompa FM, and I wish you happy birthday. Okay, sounds so and a Macado and your birthday, yama happy birthday pa we Macado. Jamishra na onyo kese. Okay. From your father, Okubi Adansia Krufum and Awashi Kubi Elena. Yama happy birthday pa Eliana and your birthday Nyamishra na onyo kese papa. Okay. Richard Nana Agrifosu from your father Yao David Mali. Yes, or say on we show happy birthday pa Richard Nana Agrifosu and your birthday Nyamishra na onyo kese. Kwabena Dubai, Uyen Centroni, yama happy birthday pa Kwabena Dubai, journalist. Nyamin Shira na onyo kese. Na bibia nya final birthday, Nyamin Gusun Shira na ontre washim ne bibia no, enye fine pa emfa emau. Enti akaba kope yemfa nso so e na yenso dun kunya so na yenkopie mu. E Sompa 106.5 on crime. Na yenkofa news emremo. News papa. Okay. No, I send see etie. Okay. Honorable Joseph Azuma. Okay, so catch the dear no. Baku, happy belated birthday to Daniela Bodu of Central SDA Church. Asante Aguna from your sister, Precious and Ketchere Obi of Sompa TV. Inti belated happy birthday to you, Daniel Abuado of SDA Central Church Awo Asante Aguna. No I see etie. And a first one non so and no whatever. First one Georgina Tiwa of Central SDA Church Asante Aguna from Ketchere Obi of Sompa TV and have Sompa 93.1 FM Kumasi. Yama happy birthday pa Georgina nyame nshira na onyo kesi wo yenyina so na yemfa dwumade ni na mfesia na yemfesia ni nkopiem e wo Sompa 106.5 Accra nyankopon ya adom ochina de akam bia ye de ho nsense mebebro de asia ye nhyɛ nyame adom ochina yakra